EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
It's a gain of 7.
Next receivers help spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Hoskins. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 3rd and short. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Red! 70 Lions!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, that's Campbell. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas.
The kick is good.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, these early... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
60 Eagles! Panther 60, Panther 6, go!
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. You look at this Raiders defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
And he's going to use his legs here. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well,
partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Raiders first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there by holding him for a short game.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Once again, Judkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Johnson will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Now on was Borregales for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Raiders 7.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Up the middle with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready, press all 80.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A first down carry for Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
70. Go.
Again, it's Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
He's going to wind up and air it out. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Back to throw. Hoskins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. Standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
For that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Cashing together a heck of a resume.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Check.
On the draw, this is Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
60 by Victoria, 70.
They'll set up a throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25.
The
Raider offense set to get this drive started.
26-yard line.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's to Warren, his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And able able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Back to 60, back to 60. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
That's to his running back, Quinshawn Judkins. 23 yards in the play.
And they're using that in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On first down is Judkins. Now inside the 25. And down to the 7-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
53 yards. That's another.
Now an audible here into something else.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
First down, right back to Judkins. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Quinshawn Judkins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a 6 and a Raider touchdown. The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Warrior 70.
Back to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. There's the Chiefs punter now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Hoskins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Short pass caught by Henry. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll try and do this himself. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Barkley, inside handoff. They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready. Ready. 19 target.
In motion right, Campbell. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And Lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And 9 yards.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one lines up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Hoskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
At their own 12-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Hoskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Hoskins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
4-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Go.
They'll look to throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go. Check out.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he is in. Touchdown. Raiders. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A gain of 14. First down, Kansas City.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll look to throw now on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Reload. Ready, right?
A handoff to Barkley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 22. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Barkley, toss play left. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch.
Number 18. A gain of 9. Brings up second down at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
Here we go. Set.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Second and 11. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter.
And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant from a yard out. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for the outlet. It's completed to Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
What a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Hoskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Give up the middle, Judkins. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
He was taken down.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chiefs.
Now back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll send Reed in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. We saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Hoskins. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And we're down to the 41. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Hoskins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This